mistakes.
And just trying to solve the defensive riddle, understanding what they're trying to do to you and attack them.
They pick up the first down on the drag route. I know that seems like a simple route, but it's actually a lot more complex than what it looks like because that route changes based on whether it's...
And they're on him immediately. Down goes the quarterback.
Well, the problem with the play-action game is that it forces the QB to hold on to the ball just a little bit longer to allow some of these plays to develop. And, of course, that gives this defense longer to get after him.
Now the pitch. Not a lot of room, but found his way ahead for 2 out to the 26. Somebody needs to make a play here. It's 3rd and long from the 26. He's looking downfield to throw. Quickly complete. And he's not going to make it. The defense denying him the first down. They allowed the completion, but this defense was swarming to keep them away from that first down line.
Yeah, and you allow completions in those 3rd down situations underneath the sticks, and you come up and rally, and everybody flies to the football. That's great execution by this defense.
Fourth down, and the punt team sends it the other way. And he'll work his way on the return out to the 35-yard line before he stopped. The Appalachian State offense returns to the field. David, the punter got some work last time. They'd like to keep him on the sidelines in this drive.
Yeah, it's not something you want to say very often. You don't want the punter out there. This offense needs to get back lathered up and get a little bit more of a rhythm.
Best way to do that, identify where your best players are and just get them the football. Give these guys some touches to kickstart this offense.
Good pickup on the ground, and they'll mark him down at the 39. On 3rd down, he drops to throw. Can't make the connection. The pressure there caused the missed timing. And the Mountaineers will call on their punt team. He's getting a lot of work. 4th time he's punted tonight. Fields the punt and looking for daylight. Makes a move. Makes the tackle. Really strong, disciplined job. And now we have 1 period to play. No question they wanted to get the ball to their playmakers, and both receivers have come up big through 3. These two teams about to find out what they're made of as we open the 4th all tied up. First down to start the drive after the break. He wants to throw. Unloads to the right. Got his man. Makes the stop at the 49, but not before he gets in plus territory, gets 15 and a first down.
And when you get zone coverage and you're running curls and the wide receiver sprints off the ball, you know what happens? That DB starts to bail, and that wide receiver comes back, and it's easy pitch and catch for the offense.
He lobs one high down the left side. Touchdown, Trojans! And they've moved out front here in the 4th.
And this receiver is on fire. He's got all the skills that you look for in a big-time target, and that's already his 2nd touchdown of the game.
The extra point is good, and now in the 4th, they're up by a touchdown and an extra point. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Appalachian State regains possession, and the Mountaineer offense headed to the field. Off play action on first down. Pocket starts to collapse. Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance. 4 wide out set, 3 of them to the left on 2nd and 10. Makes his connection.
And I think you're seeing these guys in every offense now. These littler guys, they're so quick, it's hard to get a hand on them. Run crisp routes. You can throw it short, you can throw it long, but they're just big-time playmakers. You've definitely seen an emphasis shift towards smaller wide receivers with some serious skill.
He'll have enough to move the chains. It's first down at the 38. The Mountaineers moving quickly to the line.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown, but that was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm, and what better way than converting on third down. Awesome job by the quarterback getting through his progression.
I know it's sexy to throw the football, but if you can pound it away and get these kind of gains, they will just add up, wear the defense down, get first downs, and ultimately get some points.
Let's see if he can find some room behind the left tackle. Really nice stop there from this senior leader. Third down and 1, and this is why they call it a gut check. They'll try to pick up the first through the air. Dumps it off in the flats. They didn't get a ton of yardage there, but they're really effective at using the back out of the backfield, and they do it to get the first down here. And the Mountaineers are flying down the field. Looking to move it through the air. Nowhere to go, and the ball is loose. Defense coming up with a huge fumble recovery. And he's brought down, and this defense gets the ball back for its own.
It's raining in this game. It's making the football slick and slippery, and you know ball security is going to be a massive issue. Both coaching staffs have preached about that to their teams in the locker rooms before taking the field. And these guys...
And it's picked off. That's the turnover they desperately needed. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick. The Appalachian State offense returns to the field. That fumble in plus territory just ruined that last drive, David.
Yeah,
and the defense gets to the quarterback.
And it's been a long day for this offense. If you can't protect your quarterback, it's hard to be successful. That's the 5th sack they have given up. The offensive coordinator has no answers, and this defense has been flying around.
And he's able to bounce off one tackle, but still not a whole lot of running room. Certain moments in the game you know are just a little bit bigger. Here's one of them. Big play coming on 3rd and long. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And the quarterback gets hit again. We already know this defense has gotten home to him multiple times in this game. So here you are, you're trailing in the game. Defense knows you're going to throw it. They're pinning their ears back. You can't feel very confident right now if you're the...
He's going to let one fly down the middle. Incomplete on 4th down, and man, did they need to keep that drive alive. Now the Trojan offense returns to the field.
I know the analytics tell me to be aggressive and go for it, but in the second half, in these ball games, the analytics don't work for every single situation. And right now, you've set them up.
Just plowing ahead, and he'll run it into the end zone. Touchdown, Troy!
I know it's early this year, but it's obvious this guy is a focal point in this offense. After having 2 touchdowns in his first game, he gets on the board here. Doesn't matter where he lines up. They find ways to get him the football, and defenses just have not been able to figure him out.
He'll start the return inside his 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. First down here with time for maybe one more play until the 2-minute warning. Trying to start the drive with a pass. We hit the 2-minute warning, and this offense is desperate to make something happen and do it in a hurry. They'll spread the defense out, going 5 wide on 2nd and 10. They'll throw again after the incompletion. And the pressure gets him back at the 8-yard line. Sprinting to the line to try to get this one off. Clock's running. These corners going to give them some space. He's taking a deep shot. Oh, he's playing with fire. He's picked off. Didn't let him get loose on the return, but he'll take it as they have the ball at the 47.
And that's such a great job of seeing the play, seeing it unfold, breaking on the football, making the interception, and you will absolutely never forget getting that first career INT, that big play, that big moment.
They make the stop at the 37, but not before he's got 10 yards and the first down. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. From inside the 40 at the 37, it's first down. They'll try to keep this clock moving on the ground. And how about that interior defense stuffing the run for nothing? Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. Ordinarily on 2nd and 10, you might look past, but here you just want to keep that clock moving. Across the 25, he's got room. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense.
And this offense has done a really good job late in this football game. Man, you put a premium on the 4th quarter and maximizing possessions, and they've put touchdowns on the board. They've done a great job. Nice last play, too. Keep that momentum going and get out of here with the win.
And the Trojans have it with a 1st and 10. And I don't think they got it snapped before the play clock ran out.
Delay of game. Offense.
So frustrating to see an offense lose track of the play clock and pick up a penalty like that. First down here for the offense. With the game in hand, the offense choosing to just have the quarterback take a knee. Looking back on it, this game probably falls precisely into the definition of a trap game. Trap was set, sprung, and the underdogs come up with the win.
And that's why we go, you know what? I don't take your rankings. I'm not worried about your rankings. They don't matter to me. We're going to go out and beat this team. We're better than this team. A lot of times those rankings don't mean a lot to a lot of people, and you can tell it didn't mean a lot to this team, and that's why they came out and pulled the upset.
Absolutely, David. I mean, that's why you play the games. This team knew they had to come out. They were going to have to put their best foot forward in order to get the W. They did just that. They're talented. They're obviously motivated. I can't wait to see how they follow this up in their next game.
So that's going to do it for us. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, I'm Reese Davis saying so long. This has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.